Hey, welcome back to Mom and Jess Talk Show. This is episode 16, one of the parental episodes. One of the episodes in the parental series. So the topic goes to teenage pregnancy. Who is to blame? Here with us, we have a very beautiful young woman, as you can see, by name Amaka. Amaka, you're welcome to Mom and Jess.
Thank you so much.
Can we get to know you?
My name is Amaka Israel, aka Mama Sam, aka Mama Precious. I was born and raised in Albert, Delta State. I went to Maryland's College.
Wow.
Mamak. And I went to National State University and National Open University. I've been here in South Africa for 3 years now, and I studied tourism, by the way, and I came here to meet my husband. So, no, 4 years. Yeah, this year will make it 4 years. I've been here for 4 years. I'm an entrepreneur, a hustler,
and a comedian.
No.
Very good one. You need to catch up with her comedies. Jess, I've shown you one, right?
She was
the one talking about the suya, and you need to catch up with her on Facebook. She's a very, very interesting comedian. So let's hit the show. Let's hit the show quick. The topic is teenage pregnancy. Who is to blame? Apparently you have an experience in this. So
yes.
With your experience, what are the causes of teenage pregnancy?
With my experience, first I would say peer pressure. My own literally was peer pressure because my parents brought me up in a godly way. We are Christians from an Anglican church.
Wow.
My father used to teach Sunday school. My mother Sunday school. My father was a leader. So this kind of house that you ring bells here 5:30 to 5:30. Come on, if you don't wake up, they ring the bell in your ear. So you must wake up for morning devotion. So my parents, I had a good upbringing. I didn't like nothing. So peer pressure. My friends, can I share?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Good.
My mother always teach me, you have to be a virgin before you get married. Your husband has to be the first to see your nakedness. But she, at the same time, she says that, but with harshness, so she doesn't call you as a friend. She's harsh. Primary school teacher, very harsh. Yes. So my friends, I was determined to keep myself. I was determined because then I was very fine. I was hot.
You still are beautiful.
I was determined to keep myself. But my friend, two of them, I can't forget this day in my life. I came to their house. They were having a discussion. We were in a group together, and then the two of them, they all went to one side to have the discussion. They were just whispering. If I come, they'll keep quiet. If I come, they'll say no. Faith, I beg, shift. You never reach this level. You should still be virgin. You should go that side, I beg. Hey, that thing killed me. That word killed me. I was like, okay, Shebi, now tomorrow I'm going to do this. You understand? So, peer pressure is real. You have to guide your kids and be close to them. Then society again, nowadays there's so many things they see on social media. I hate social media for kids. I wish I can just ban them, close their eyes.
Social media.
Social media now, oh my God. Social media is bad for teenagers. They're exposed to so many things they don't see there. And at that age, between 13 to 19, they're fighting so many demons in their head. They are fighting so many demons. You have to pay attention to them. Parents have to pay attention to their kids. Because at that age, they don't know what they want yet. They're starting to find themselves, even their friends, all those things. So I think peer pressure is my own killer. Number one, then society, of course, number two, then your parents have to pay more attention to you.
Now, based on that parent attention, how involved do you think parents should be with their daughters, especially with the fathers? Because there's a research statistics that states that most young girls that have their daddies or fathers involved in their lives, there's less chances of them falling into.
Yeah, I can see how that is 70% true. Because fatherly love is special for daughters. When your father, even if when your mother comes to pick you in school and your father comes, the father's own is
something
more
different.
Happy, something different. So you have to create that. Why you can like that?
Maybe
right?
on that.
Yeah, like when my dad comes to pick me up, I feel like more happier. But like in the car, we don't really talk about anything. He just asks how is school, fine. That's our only conversation. But like with my mom, like I take her all the time. Sometimes I even feel sorry for my siblings and I let them talk too. But like, see, literally, I would mostly like tell my mom everything that I spend at school and my dad because I just feel more comfortable around her.
You have to have one that you're comfortable with. It's fine, even if your mother or your father. But father's love is actually like when your dad is in your life. If you see a teenager doesn't have a father and the one that has a father involved in her life,
always a
it's different. She's always guided. She's always guided. The father always be there that, no, don't do this. I was this age. I know what boys say to you. You even tell them all the things I used to tell girls then. So she will know, okay, these things are lies. These ones are true. So fatherly love is
it's very important. It can't be overemphasized, guys. Can't be overemphasized. With Jessie's case, I think because her dad is more of a calmer nature, and he is disciplined, but I wouldn't say he's not free. He plays with them, but I think it also has to do with your personality. You know, I'm more outgoing than the dad is, so she feels more comfortable. But nonetheless, I can see the father's love is there between both of them. So going to our next question, I want to know, could you share a bit? You've had this experience, as you've told us earlier. We just wanted to know how you were able to handle it, because I believe that there are so many young girls out there, you know, faced with this situation. Not that we're encouraging it, but probably you can throw more light on how you could encourage them if they find themselves in such situations.
My own situation. Hey. Okay, when I found out, it's a long story, but I'll cut it short, right? When I found out I was pregnant, I actually went for tests. I didn't see this is 18 plus, right? I can say whatever.
It's okay.
I didn't see my period for the first month, then I went for a test, and then it was negative. The doctors are like, nothing, you're good, you're not pregnant. I was like, but I can't see my period, nothing. Then I went again the second month. No, I didn't go for the second month. The third month I went again to another lab. It was still negative.
Wow.
Yes. And then the doctor said, you're fine. Maybe you have some infection. That's why your period is not coming out, blah, blah, blah. And then you know when you're pregnant, you have a spotting, like some people. Then the first one that had spotting, I was like, okay, fine, I'm good. I didn't know there was a baby growing inside me. I had spottings then. Then my boyfriend's sister was going to the hospital. She was sick. So when she got to the hospital, I went with her. Then after her own consultation, I paid for my consultation. I was like, let me check what's really going on. The doctor was there doing everything. He said, girl, you are fully pregnant.
Whoa.
I was, in my head, it was still, I was thinking the possibility, but I didn't know for sure I was pregnant. I was just opening my mouth like, Jesus, what? I was thinking about my mother.
Oh
my mother will kill me.
You know the Nigerian mentality about
and in Nigeria, you carry belly for house. Your own is finished. Oh my God. And my parents they had high standards. Like, they are very, very godly. They teach on the school. Do you understand? So how will I face all these things? Then the doctor told me, because then there was one of my very close friends that died of abortion.
Oh,
yes, that period. The same around that week, and I found out I was pregnant. I can't even try to think of that thing. Then the doctor said, "You're on your own, or me, I can't touch you. I don't advise you to do this because the baby is big, 4 months. You're going to 5 months. Don't do it." I said, "I'm not even thinking about it because I just was a friend. I'm thinking of how I'm going to do." Okay, then I took I was depressed. My brain, everything. I didn't tell anybody. I told one of my friends, Blessing. Then I told her. She said, "Let's go to one nurse." I said, "No, I can't go. The doctor already said he can't. So he's in the quack nurse. I will go now." Then I was depressed. I didn't go home again. No, I just went home, pick my things. My mother's tenants. She was suspecting me then that I was changing. My mama doesn't. She's a businesswoman. After school, she goes to business.
You know.
So that's it. She was not really involved. If she was involved, she will know. No, just imagine picking the get belly 4 months. You don't know.
Wow.
So that woman, she was suspecting me. She'll call me and say, "You get belly?" I'll say, "No." Then she told my mother. My mother said, "Okay, well, this month I want to see your pad." Then I brought an old pad. Give her. So anyway, long story short, I was very depressed. I would take my bag. I just go to any park. I said, "Where is this car going to?" Say Benin. I will enter. When I got to Benin, they said, I went again. The way this guy was saying Lagos. Serious. I went to Lagos.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
crazy. My head, I was thinking I should just go to somewhere nobody knows me, have a baby, give it to an orphanage, then I'll come back.
So, but how did you do this? How did you manage like?
That's what I'm saying now. I didn't go to anything, of course. So I went to Lagos. I got to Lagos. My person sitting next to me was a guy. So he was telling me, "Are you okay?" Because I was just crying. I was weeping. Then he advised me, "Don't do that. Go back to your parents. Your parents will not kill you. They will only love you. They don't worry. They won't kill you." He advised me. He even called my dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sometimes God sends such
Yeah.
angels.
Then if not, no, I was ready to get lost. I called my dad. I came back. My parents, hi. They were like, "Okay, now listen, have happened. How do we go forward?" My mother cried. She was hot. She was hot. What do we do? They never even talks about I don't faint because I was weak. I had 12, when I went to the hospital, I have 12 pounds of blood in me.
Wow.
Belly. So I was weak. I don't even know what it is. I don't see. If I pee, the pee is red. So then they took me to the hospital. Their own now is for me to even survive, say, with the baby in me. They're not even thinking about what people are going to say. They were just trying to save my life.
True.
Then that's how it was bad. Then again, people in Nigeria,
Stigmatization.
oh my God, stigmatization. That's one. Say she don't carry belly. As in, you didn't even. Oh my God, it was bad. It was bad. But how I recovered, my parents gave me the love. That was just my saving grace and support. They embraced me. They gave me love. My mother took my baby immediately I gave birth. Said, "Go to school." Took my child. My mom, I don't want to cry, but my mother, I'm very grateful for her. She's awesome. The love they gave me, they showed me after every mistake I did was my saving grace.
So thank God.
They were pointing fingers. Even when I went to university, I know I talk too much. Even when I went to university, right? People will start gossiping. If I tell one, I don't say it, I was embarrassed. They will start gossiping me. That one get belly. Nobody. No, it was hard. Even boys won't come near you.
And there you have it, viewers. It's quite an emotional journey, especially back home in Nigeria. You know, compared to South Africa. Not that we're making comparisons on the bad way, but I think the orientation is different here. Apparently, back home we don't even encourage giving contraceptives to kids. It's always abstinence. So, what's your take on this issue of being what is the way forward for teenagers? What is your advice for teenagers?
For teenagers, the advice is for them to abstain, basically. Just abstain from sex until you get married or you're of age. But we say you get married because that's what the Bible says. Don't go on. Fornication is a sin you commit in your body. It reduces your self-esteem, whether you like it or not. Your self-esteem, your dignity diminishes. You have to hold yourself high.
Absolutely.
I like anyway, you have to hold yourself high. You have to be impressed for yourself. I don't want to do this, I don't want to have sex before. They still do it now. Some girls still wait for them to get married and have sex. They still do it. Yeah, they still do it. So abstinence.
You can also do it.
Yeah, you can do it. Abstinence is, oh my God, it's very. Sex doesn't mean love. It doesn't mean
that's true, because that's what happens in most cases.
They will deceive you.
They get deceived, and especially with the hormonal changes in the body. The girls fall for
no.
such.
Sex is not. Think about sex. Like right now at your age, it's 13 to 20. Think about sex as a reproduction. Don't think about it as satisfaction or fun. Think about it as a reproduction. Like as a woman, you have sex to have babies. You just put that for your head whenever you have sex, baby. So you have to wait till you get married.
Thank you, Amaka. Jess, you have any question for her?
Well, I need to ask, did you actually get married to the guy that?
Oh yes, that's my storm. That's my rainbow after the storm. I got married to the guy. He came back. In fact, when he came back to my life to marry me, everybody just shut up. My family members that used to hold me for me, everybody. My mother was proud of me. Yeah, go back to it, but sometimes it ended well, but sometimes it doesn't only end like that. I think mine was destined to be like that.
God destined it that way.
Because unless why will I go to a lab and they said it's negative when it's positive? Do you understand? So I felt like mine was just working towards some direction. Yeah.
Well, I believe that no child should give up on herself. If you find yourself as a teenager in that situation, the advice is not to abort the child, because that's the worst that could happen. You know, taking the life of a child. I wouldn't encourage that. If you find yourself in that situation, maybe probably you've gotten pregnant, you know, feel free to, you know, seek that support you need. Having said that, I forgot to ask this question, which I feel might be very important for the viewers. What are the implications, the emotional implication of teenagers getting pregnant? You know, what are the consequences? Rather, I'll use that word, consequences.
Consequences in my community where I grew up from, you're just stigmatized, like you're a bad egg. Nobody wants to hang out with you. And then some people, it stops them from going to school. My case wasn't like that though. My parents took my child and I went to school. I went to like 4 universities. So it might stop you. It might, like, it's going to mess up your mindset. Having a baby is not a small thing. No.
It's not.
Especially when you now, God forbid, bad thing, when you now have it now, maybe one of your parents passed away, maybe your mother. How are you going to feel? It's even me that my mother took my child. I was still when I'm in school, I'm still thinking, hope my child is okay. Hope she's not being
distraction.
Hope this on that one. She's thinking, oh my God, distraction. Distraction. It would drive you crazy. So you have to be ready. It's not something you can do as a child. It's not easy. You have to be ready for it. Yeah. Wow.
Thank you so much, Amaka. Who said so much. Who said some. I'm sure our viewers have caught enough, you know, to serve them. So, dear teenagers out there, if you're watching this program, you've heard Amaka's story, be encouraged and, you know, take the best advice. The best advice is to ensure that you keep away, you abstain from, I wouldn't even suggest contraceptives and all of that. Abstinence is the best way for teenagers.
Abstinence is the best way, but you have to know about contraceptives too. No, they have to know.
You're just being sincere, hey?
Yes, information is key. They have to know. You know, you have people are different. Some kids, some teenagers, they are just too hard-headed, right? They don't even want to listen. So in that case, you have to teach them contraceptives. The men, teach your son protection. Even pregnancy is a disease, HIV, so many things, so much.
It's a lot.
So many things that's going to go wrong if you do this. And then again, you have to teach the daughters that sex is not just an act of pleasure or act of satisfaction for fun. It's sacred. It's spiritual, actually. That's why when your partner cheats on you, you cringe. You understand? Because it's spiritual. It's not just something you do with anybody. Yes, they have to be guided.
Thank you so much, Amaka. What's your take home for the viewers? Maybe the parents as well, especially.
Yes, the parents. So my advice is for you to pay more attention to your teenage daughters. Attention. Can't overemphasize that. You have to pay attention to them. Be their support system, because if you don't give them that support, they'll be somewhere else. You have to make them comfortable to talk to you about everything and anything. Absolutely, please. And then the teenagers, I understand I've been there. Sometimes mothers, if I shout on my daughter like this, she won't even know I'm the one shouting. Sometimes mothers, I know, but they want the best for you, right, Jess?
Yeah.
They want the best from you. Whatever they do is from a place of love. They want you to do better. They want you to make mistakes.
Absolutely.
So they want you to be guided. And then again, teenagers, focus more on what you want to be in future.
Your goals.
Set a goal for yourself and work towards it. Be more concerned about who you want to be. Just be put in your head that you want to be rich, so that you can work towards it. Don't just
that will distract
you. Yeah. From whether you're 13 or 12, start something. Think about what you like. Go for it.
Thank you so much.
Actually, before we end, I have something to put in. Like, I have something to tell you guys that even like what your parents are doing now. For example, my mom always takes my phone during the week, and like, you know, it gets so annoying. But actually thinking about it, it's actually quite safe. And I'm not even really allowed to have all those
It's good like that,
Pinterest
please.
for like inspiration. But literally, I don't really use them all the time, except for Pinterest for like when I need inspiration on those bad days. And I also go to my mom.
Sorry to cut you. How old are you?
12.
You see, it's good that way. She's doing the
'cause-
right thing.
Yeah, I think they should be
Yeah, age,
monitored,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. You should
age
no, but
restriction.
thank you. Age restriction. You have to tell them. So age. You can go to Facebook when you are 16. You know, you have to tell them that so that they will know. Don't go to Facebook when you are 12. No,
That's
13.
too
No,
early.
it's wrong.
That's
It's too
too
early.
early.
Because so many things are there. Social media is just horrible.
It is horrible. It is horrible.
You
So
mess up your head. You see so many things.
that is why we should cut restrictions.
Yeah.
Yes, I think even with the WhatsApp, I had to really, I had to think about it. I had
No, but
to,
she's still young.
but the best thing is just ground them in the word. But how much of the grounding can we really do?
Oh yeah, you
that
have
to
to
protect
yes.
them.
Yeah, they
I
have
believe
to
that
have-
we have to go a long way in involving them.
Mhm.
Communication
Communication,
is very
yeah,
very
communication.
important. It's key.
Mhm.
So having said that, I
Yeah,
think
let me tell you something that you have, like you said, grant them the word. Yeah, they have to have morals.
morals.
They have to have morals so that they will know when to stop. Even like if you beat her now with good morals, what a woman should do and should not do.
She grows.
She
with
grows
that.
with it. Even if she leaves or she goes to where, yeah, she knows
she's
herself.
shaped in
She's
already.
thank you. She's shaped, so she's good.
Thank you so much, Amaka.
Thank you. I know I talked too
I'm
much.
sure our viewers has
They are
has
tired
fed their
of me.
ears today. You said a mouthful. We really appreciate your coming around and honoring our
Thank
our
you.
show. And we hope to have you some other time for you to do some comedies for us. Our
Okay.
viewers are staying tuned for that. Viewers, watch out. We'll invite her very soon to display some of her comedy and get you all laughing. Take care. Bye.